If you have ever watched a documentary, a podcast, news broadcast, or interview, you have probably seen a lower third. These professional lower thirds were created inside CapCut. No templates, no plugins. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to create them from scratch. Let's get started. Lower third number 1. We are going to first import the footage that we want to add the lower third on. After that, we have to move our playhead forward to the 1 second mark and start to animate. Now we are going to add a text to the timeline. Then clean the default text and type -- a couple of times to at least this length. Then we also have to change the color to black and change the character to -4. Then scroll down to the transform section right here and uncheck the uniform scale button. Then set the scale width to about 300 and the scale height to about 500%. After that, drag the opacity down to about 80%. When you are done, extend the text to the end of the clip, just like this. And now we are going to duplicate our text layer on the timeline and place them on top of each other. When that is done, click on the top text layer and change the color to yellow, just like this. And after that again, scroll down and increase the opacity to 100. Then on the same top text layer, right click and create a compound clip so that we can add the masking effects on it. Highlight the compound clip, go to the top right, and on video, click on mask, click add a mask, and choose the film strip mask. Then you can rotate it using your pointer, or the easy method, just change the value on rotate to 90 degree and change the size to 50, and then drag it right to the end of the black line. After that, highlight both the compound clip and the original text layer on the timeline and create a compound clip. Then go to the top right again, go to video, go to basic, and drag the effects to the left side out of the screen, just like this. Then make sure your playhead is set at the beginning of the compound clip, and then click the keyframe on position. Automatically, a new keyframe will be added to our clip. After that, move the playhead to about 20 frames forward, just like this, and drag out the line back into the screen to this place, just like this. Automatically, a second keyframe will be added. Now right click on the second keyframe in our clip and select Show All Presets. Then choose the cubic art animation. After that, we now need to add the text we want inside our lower third. So go to the top left and add a text, then write anything you need for your video. You can change the font, you can change the style, and you can change the color if you want. Then resize it and place it to the right place. After that, go to the top right to add animation. On in animation, I will use the blur right animation and I will set the duration to 1 second. After that, I will stretch the text to the end of the clip. Now you can move your playhead to the position where you want your lower third to retract. Also, make sure your second clip is selected, then go to the top right again and add a keyframe to the position. A new keyframe will be created here. Then move the playhead again 1 second forward and then drag the rectangle out of the screen. Automatically, a new keyframe will be added. Select this last keyframe, right-click it and select Show All Presets, and then choose the cubic in animation. After, move your playhead to the first keyframe over here, highlight the text and create a compound clip. Still on the text clip selected, go to the top right, go to video and add a mask. Select the split screen mask. Then rotate the mask to -90 degrees and move it to the yellow line, and then add a keyframe on position. After that, move the playhead forward a few times, just like this, and move the marks with it. Automatically, a new keyframe will be added or created. Repeat this process until the text disappears off the screen. And when you are done, highlight both the two top clips, right-click and create a compound clip. Then drag it to the bottom left corner of your screen, just like this. And if we play it now, it is going to look exactly just like this. This is beautiful and cool, right? Before we move on, the next design is cleaner, smoother, and looks more professional than this one. Let's get into it. Lower third, number 2. Instead of using one rectangle, let's improve the design. To begin, we first need to import our video file into the timeline. Now we need to add a text layer which we are going to use to create our lower third. And remember, the text layer must start from the 1 second mark. After that, increase the text to the end of the clip and change the default text to -- a couple of times. Then scroll down a bit, change the character to -4, and also change the color to a light gray. And slightly tweak the pattern a bit, just like this. Scroll down again and uncheck the uniform scale button, then set the scale width to 200% and the scale height to about 600%. When you are done, duplicate this text layer and place them on top of each other. Now click on the text layer below and change the color to red. And then right-click the same text layer to create a compound clip. Do this for the both of them. Now we are going to add a mask on both of them. But first, go to the compound clip below and highlight it. Go to the top right, under Video and Basic. We are going to set the X and Y position to -60. As you can see, the design is starting to come out. Now click on the compound clip above and go to the video mask, add a mask and choose the split mask and adjust it above the gray line to hide it, just like this. And also remember, while you are doing this, make sure your playhead is placed at the beginning of your compound clip. Then go to the position and add a keyframe. After that, drag your playhead again to about 3 seconds to the end of your clip and add another keyframe on position, just like this. Then after that again, move the playhead to the 2-second mark and then drag the mask on the screen downward to reveal the gray line. Now also move the playhead 4 seconds before the end of the clip, and also go to the screen again and drag the mask down to reveal the gray line, and a new keyframe will be added. Now we are going to make the keyframe smooth by right-clicking the second keyframe, select choose all presets and choose the cubic art animation, and also right-click the last keyframe, select show all presets and choose the cubic in animation. Now we are going to do the same thing to the compound clip below. Highlight the compound clip below, go to the top right, go to video. Meanwhile, remember to always make sure your playhead is at the beginning of the compound clip. Go to mask and select add a mask. Add a split mask and rotate the mask to 180 degrees. Then on the screen again, drag it down to hide the red line, just like this, and then add a keyframe on the mask position. After that, drag the playhead to about 3 seconds to the end of your clip and add another keyframe at position. Also, move the playhead to the 2-second mark at the beginning of your clip, and on the screen again, drag the mask to reveal the red line. Similarly, move the playhead to about 4 seconds before the end of the clip, and on the screen again, drag the mask up to reveal the red color line. Then to make the animation smooth, right-click the second keyframe, select show all presets and choose the cubic art animation. Do the same thing for the fourth keyframe. Right-click, select show all presets and choose the cubic in animation. Now, since that is done, we are going to add a text to complete our lower third. Move your playhead forward to about 10 frames on the compound clip. Go to the top left and add a text. Go to text tab and change the default text to the necessary information for your video and customize it the way you want. After that, drag the text and position it in the center of our lower third. Then go to animation, and for in animation, choose the blur right animation. Set its duration to 1 second. Then go to the art animation and apply the blur left effect on it. After that, make sure the text layer is extended to the last keyframe on the compound clip, just like this. Now select the text layer and the 2 compound clips and create a compound clip so that we can move all of them at once. Then go to the screen again and drag it to the bottom left of our clip so it can be well positioned. And there you go, we have just successfully created the second lower third animation. And if we press play now, it is going to look exactly just like this. Beautiful, right? Yeah, beautiful. And finally, our lower third number 3. Now let's build something that looks like it belongs in a commercial. As usual, our video footage has to be imported to our CapCut and placed on the timeline. The next thing we are going to do is to add a white background into our video. You can download any white background online or simply go to the top left. On media, go down to library, open it and scroll down to find a white background. When you see it, click the plus sign to add it to the timeline and place it on top of the video clip 1 second forward. Then we are going to resize this background. Go to the screen and reduce the size a bit. Now we are going to use masking to shape it into a rectangle form. So go to the top right, go to mask, click add a mask and choose the rectangle mask. Then adjust the size to something like this. And to make it more stylish, I am going to make the corners rounded to about 35 to make it look just like this. Now let's go to Adjust tab. Scroll down to the Effect section and increase the vignettes to about 6. Then add a little clarity to it to about 5 or so. And also add a few particles to it, maybe 15. Which I think will make this rectangle look more interesting. And to give it a little something extra, I am going to go to the Video tab, go to Basic, scroll down to reduce the opacity to about 90%. Now, since that is done, we need to add a cycle. And to do that, we need to add the white background again. Add the white background and again reduce the size on the screen a little and place it to this side where our cycle will be. Then go to the top right again, go to mask and add the cycle mask this time around. And then adjust the size, then position it in this place just like this. Then I will go to the Adjustment tab and increase the exposure to about 5 to give it a little more brightness. Let's also add more depth by adding a shadow to this cycle. And to do this, we need to duplicate this cycle layer and place it on top of each other. Then select the bottom cycle layer, which is the bottom cycle track, and go to the top right, go to Adjustments, then go to Curves. Then in this Luma section, I'm going to pull the adjust hand lower to the base, just like this. Then I will go back to Basic, scroll down and decrease the exposure to the end, and then increase the contrast to the end as well, just like this. Then when I go to the screen and drag it to the side, you can see that there is a shadow here, but it's still very dark. To improve this, we have to go back to the Video tab on the top right in Mark Settings. Scroll down and increase the feather to about 20. Now you can see the difference it has made. Then based on to make this blending smooth, we go back to Basic up here and reduce the opacity to about 70%. The next step is to add a photo. You can add any photo of your choice. In this case, I'm going to use this photo right here, but we need to remove the background, and removing the background inside CapCut can only be done when you are a pro user. So the alternative is to go to this website right here, which is remove.bg, to remove the photo background for free. That is the same thing I did with this photo right here. Now back to the edit on CapCut. Let's adjust the photo into our cycle with a little bit of its head sticking outside of the cycle, something like this. Now we are going to add another masking effect on this. Go to the top right again. On video, go to mask and add the cycle mask. Then adjust the mask on the screen and position it well, just like this. But there is a problem right here because the head of the photo is being cut off by the earlier cycle mask that we just used. So we need to fix that immediately. To do that, we have to duplicate this photo layer and place it on top of each other on the timeline. Then on the top photo layer, go to the top right again and change the mask to the split mask. Automatically, the face is shown. Cool, right? So if you rotate the mask, the face will disappear again. So you just have to leave it as it is at 0 degree. So right now our lower third still looks boring and basic as it is. So let's add a little more effects to make it more professional. So go to the top left and add a default text. Then extend it to the same length. Now clean everything inside this default text and type a couple of underscore, just like this. Make sure you are not stitching with your underscore. Let it be long, just like this. Then scroll down a bit and change the color of the underscore to a bright yellow, just like this. Then again, scroll all the way down here where it says curve. Select it and drag the strength all the way to the end to 360 degree. Now you may be wondering where the underscore text layer went to. But don't worry, as far as your text is highlighted, right here, just place your mouse cursor on the screen, hold and drag sideways until you are able to see the underscore text layer you just created. Then reduce the size. Then on text settings, on the top right again, scroll up a little bit because we are going to add a glow effect on it. So you can use this first one or use the second one. It all depends if you have CapCut Pro or you are using the ordinary CapCut. If you don't have the CapCut Pro, it is better you use the second one. Select glow and increase the intensity to about 70 and the range to about 15. But when you look closely, it's still pretty weak. But we can improve this by decreasing its character to about -7%. As you can see, it is more thicker and brighter right now. After that, then drag the underscore text layer below the two photo track on the timeline so that it won't cover the face of our photo, just like this, and adjust it and place it around the cycle perfectly well. As you can see now, we already have an interesting result so far. Now let's insert the text layer that will appear in this our lower third. To do that, go to the top left and add a default text. Then write whatever you want, play with the font, change the color to your taste, and change the style as you want. Duplicate the text layer and place them on top of each other if you want to write a secondary word on our lower third. When you are satisfied, then extend both text layer to the end of the clip below it. Right now, our lower third is already at the final stage. So select all elements on the timeline, right click and create a compound clip. Highlight the compound clip, go to the screen and drag it down to the lower third position, and you can also resize it if you want. But you know we are not just going to leave it like this. We need to create a motion movement to this our lower third to make it appear and disappear. In order to do that, go to the top right, go to video, and always remember to make sure your playhead is placed at the beginning of the clip, and add a keyframe on transform. Then after the keyframe is added, move about 10 frames forward and select another keyframe on transform. Go back to the first keyframe and select it, go to the screen and drag the lower third banner below out of the screen. After that, move your playhead 1 second before the end of the clip. Go to video on the top right again and select the keyframe on position. Then drag the playhead to 1 millisecond before the end of the compound clip, just like this. And go to the screen again and drag the lower third effect banner below out of the screen. And automatically the final keyframe will be added. And that is it, guys. We have successfully created this masterpiece of a lower third effect in CapCut. When we play it back now, it is going to look exactly just like this. It's beautiful, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. Now it's your turn. Create your own lower third effects using what you've learned here today. If you make one, let me know in the comments which style was your favorite. And if you want to learn more motion graphics in CapCut, subscribe, because the next video will show you how to create a professional call art animation from scratch. Thanks for watching, and see you all in the next video.